Sunday night, the duo of Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler took over to beat the Rockets 95-85. Steph went off like usual, man. Steph had 31 points. He went 12 for 19 from the field, and he went 5 for 9 from the three. And playoff Jimmy is a real thing. Like, Jimmy is one of the best playoff performers, and for him and Steph to be teammates right now in the playoffs is just super, super dangerous, man. I'm not gonna lie. Jimmy did a little bit of everything in game one, scoring 25 points, grabbing 7 rebounds, dishing out 6 assists, and he also had 5 steals, which is real massive. Like, that's crazy. Having 5 steals is a lot. And since Jimmy been on this team, like, the defense has been looking a lot better. We all know that Draymond Green is he's in the finalist for Defensive Player of the Year. So when you think about just Jimmy and Draymond on the same team on the defensive side of the ball, it's just super dangerous as well. Jimmy was efficient also, going 10 for 19 from the field. And like I said, the defense was just great in game one. They limited the Rockets to 85 points at home. That's always impressive. If you can hold somebody down to 85 points at home, that's impressive. Jalen Green and Fred VanVleet played very, very awful. I honestly just say they're the reasons they lost. I honestly think if they played better games, they could have won game one. You know what I'm saying? The Warriors didn't score that much. They only scored 95. Outside of Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry, not a lot of offense was happening from the Warriors. And the Rockets could have took advantage, but they didn't. Like I said, their backcourt was completely awful, bro. Like, Fred VanVleet shot 4 for 19 from the floor. He shot 2 for 13 from the three. So, I mean, at least Fred kept shooting, but it's like, golly, you supposed to be the vet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was a little disappointed in Fred VanVleet. I'm not going to lie. I kind of expected this from Jalen Green. He is a young player. This is his first playoffs. So, I kind of expected this from Jalen Green. But to see Fred VanVleet play like this was awful. 2 for 13 is just awful. You're supposed to be the vet on this team. You're supposed to be showing these young guys how to play in the playoffs. But yeah, Jalen Green was also awful. He went 3 for 15 from the floor and went 0 for 4 from the three. So they just, like I said, their backcourt just did not have it going last night, and that obviously contributed to the loss. And we're going to see better offensive nights from these two, but like I said, it's expected from Jalen Green, but very disappointing to see this from the vet Fred VanVleet. Sengun was like the only bright spot for the Houston Rockets. In game one, he went off for 26 points, shooting 11 for 18 from the floor. And I ain't gonna lie, he just looked comfortable the whole game. Like, he started the game off with a crazy dunk, you know, getting the team hyped. And I think Sengun had the right approach. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think going into the series, I had the same thought. Like, who's going to guard Alperen Sengun? You know what I'm saying? We all know that the Warriors is playing a small ball lineup with Jimmy Butler at the 4 and Draymond Green at the 5. So Draymond Green and Jimmy Butler is pretty much their front court. And Alperen Sengun is a lot bigger than those two guys. So, you know, he took advantage of that down low in the paint, getting to that post hook. That post hook looked dangerous, y'all. I'm not going to lie. That post hook from Alperen Sengun looks so dangerous. But like I said, the Warriors did a good job of just, you know, allowing Sengun to trust his teammates. His teammates was not hitting for him. I think the Warriors going forward is definitely going to have to find some type of more. They're going to have to find some more scoring output from their team, because 95 points is not enough. Like I said, their defense is made up for that. You know, if it wasn't for their great defense and holding the Rockets down to 85 points, they would have lost this game for sure. I'm not going to lie, because it's not going to be every night that Houston is going to score that 85. You know, they're going to score more than 85 going forward. So you gotta be able to score more. You're gonna need more help from outside of the duo of Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler. You're gonna need Pods. You're gonna need Moody. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna need your starters to step up a little bit scoring wise. You gotta get those guys involved as well. So I like to see Moody get involved more. It still hurt to see Kuminga not play. Kuminga is probably not going to be a Warrior next season. I'm not gonna lie. Like, he's not getting any minutes. Steve Kerr did express that, you know, Jimmy, Draymond, and Kuminga just didn't work out there on the floor. But it still sucks to just see Kuminga not get minutes. He was playing so well before he got injured. He's definitely their best rim attacker. I think he can definitely add some value to their offense, because in game one they didn't have a lot of offense. Like I said, 95 points is not enough. Like I said, Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler looked great offensively, but you need more outside of that. Draymond Green is not a scorer. So where do you get the scoring from? It's got to be from Pods. Pods didn't look the worst last night. He had 14. I see potential in Pods. But like I said, those guys are still young, so it's going to always be so up and down. You don't know, when those guys will show up for you. But you can hope for the best. But another thing I want to bring up is that it's a very good thing that the Warriors stole game 1 in Houston, because now, you know, even if they was to lose game 2 in Houston, they can go back to Golden State, and if they can go perfect at home, they're up 3-1. So I definitely expect the Golden State Warriors to win this series. I got them winning this series probably in 5 or 6 games. I'm not going to lie, mainly because of their playoff experience. Jimmy, Draymond, and Steph, they're just too talented, too experienced for this young team. I do think that the Rockets have the talent, but I just don't think the talent is going to gel fast enough. You know what I'm saying? This is their first playoffs together, and it's going to take a little minute. You know what I'm saying? They do got the vets in place. You know what I'm saying? You do got Steven Adams. Steven Adams did look great last night. I didn't bring that up. Steven Adams, Jabari Smith, those guys looked great last night as well. But like I said, you just got the right vets in place. You know what I'm saying? You got Steven Adams, you got Dylan Brooks, you got Fred VanVleet, and along with that young core. That young core is super talented. I love him in Thompson. What he brings for them on the defensive end is crazy. And he's actually not a bad scorer either. You know what I'm saying? He just didn't score well in game 1. So they got to also find a way to, you know, ignite him as well. We know that he's primarily a driver. He's not a great shooter. So got to find a way to, you know, get him down low, get him more touches, because, well, you know, he can score more than 8 points. That guy is athletic, super talented. The sky's the limit for the Twins, man. I'm not gonna lie, both of them are looking very, very great this year. So this series is gonna be entertaining, but this is definitely gonna be a test of, you know, playoff experience. The playoff experience is gonna show every game, and I wouldn't be surprised if this series goes out in 5. I do got the Rockets at least winning 1 game. If the Rockets don't win, if the Rockets don't win at least 1 game, then I'll be sick, because you guys are the 2nd seed in the West for a reason. Like, you guys have been playing great all season long. Don't start acting like this now in the playoffs, because now everybody's going to be looking at y'all different. But you guys let me know down below in the comments how you feel about this series going forward. How many games do you got the Rockets winning? How many games do you got the Warriors winning? Like I said, I got the Warriors in 5 or 6. The Jimmy Butler and the Steph Curry duo is looking overpowered, y'all. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did enjoy today's video, do me a big favor. Smash the like button and leave me a comment down below. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. You dig?